Hey guys, it's PoxiiPro. Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be doing a Pokemon Go top 10 tips and tricks. Pokemon Go has been really hyped lately, and I've been playing it and enjoying it. And I'm sure a lot of people, or if you're watching this video, have also been enjoying it. So pretty much the way this video is going to be set up is there's going to be some live footage, or not live footage, but there's going to be recorded footage of me using my phone and a GoPro to record my phone, because that's pretty much the best quality recording device I have available at the time. So there's going to be a fisheye lens on that. I apologize for that, and the audio quality might be a little bit less than the mic I'm using now, and then the mic that I'm using now has a vibration issue, which is due to my mic being on the desk while my computer is also on the desk, which creates a vibration. The computer creates a vibration pretty much from like its fan, or it's just electricity, and it travels through the table up into the mic, and the mic picks that up. So I apologize for that, but pretty much I'm just going to be running through these tips and tricks, and if you guys have learned something new, go ahead and drop a like or a comment. So jumping right into the tips and tricks, I'm pretty much going to have all the ones where I'm on the mic and some cool graphics on the screen come in first, and then I'll have the actual footage ones towards the end. So pretty much, if you have a bunch of EVs, or you're a big fan of EVs, or just in general you want a specific EV evolution, there is a way to force the EV to evolve into either a Jolteon, a Vaporeon, or a Flareon. So pretty much, if you want the EV to evolve into a Jolteon, you just have to rename it Sparky with a capital S. I'm not sure if this is case sensitive, but might as well, just in case. And if you want to evolve it into a Vaporeon, name it Rainer. And if you want to evolve it into a Flareon, give the nickname Pyro. Now, after you rename it, it would be smart to restart the app, because I have heard from sources, or from people that have tried it. After they rename it and then they evolve it, it doesn't fully register with the server, and maybe it will give you that random evolution. So just to make sure that the name saves, syncs with the server, you want to rename it, close the app, reopen it, and then evolve it, and hopefully that gives you the best results. I haven't personally tested this yet, but I am going to, so I don't actually have any recorded footage of it. I plan on doing it once I use the lucky egg trick, which will be later in this video. Now, another thing that I didn't have, there was no Pokemon nearby my house when I opened the app, so I couldn't really show this. But pretty much, curveballs grant you more XP. The way you curve a ball is you grab the Pokeball, but you don't throw it yet. You can just kind of hold it there, and you spin it. You can either spin it, it'll have sparkles, and then you let go, or you literally just fling it in like a non-straight direction. Like if you were to fling it to the left side, it could curve, and if you fling it to the right side, it'll also curve. But essentially, curveballs give you more XP. One thing to watch out for while attacking gyms is if you are attacking a gym and then you claim it, you're like, yes, you beat the other team's gym, and now you're gonna place a Pokemon to take it over. Pretty much what happens when you take over a gym is it becomes unclaimed, in which case anybody nearby can then click on it, place a Pokemon, becomes their team's color. So usually what goes down is you attack it, you take it over, you place your Pokemon, it becomes yours. But what could happen is what I like to call gym sniping, which is I've done this before. You sit down, you see a gym's being attacked by like the fiery lightning effects and whatnot on top. As soon as it becomes unclaimed, the other person is most likely still toggling out of the battle after winning, or whatever. Then you can easily just place a Pokemon on it while the person who just finished battling is getting out of the menu stuff, and then you can lay claim to the throne just like that. And you don't even have to do any work other than a perfect timing and a good connection to make sure everything goes smoothly. And it's happened to me, it's happened to other people. So just watch out for gym sniping. In case you guys didn't know, Pokemon spawns aren't completely random. I believe there's about 3 or 4 Pokemon that spawn in certain parts of the world and only spawn in that part of the world. Like if you're in America, or I think or the UK, there's a certain Pokemon that spawns in the UK, or there's a certain Pokemon that spawns here, and you have to actually travel to that area in order to catch the Pokemon in that region. Also, Pokemon don't just spawn like 100% random. There's increased spawn rates of water Pokemon, bodies of water, and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure about the other ones. I mean, the water one's probably the most obvious with water Pokemon, but I'm sure other Pokemon also have such spawn rates. So when you're catching a Pokemon, there's going to be a circle around them. Pretty much there's going to be a white outer circle and either a green, orange, or red inner circle that'll go from large to small. The smaller the circle, the higher chance you have of catching them, and also the color determines how hard they will be to catch. So green is pretty easy, orange kind of difficult, and red is probably the hardest. That's like a Dragonite probably. I'm pretty sure Dragonites are like red circles, Rattatatas Pidgeys are green circles. Maybe like an Abra with a relatively good CP might be orange. It pretty much just determines how hard it's going to be to catch. And if you use a Pokeball, it's going to have that color. But as soon as you switch to like a Great Ball, the color might change, determining because it's easier to catch Pokemon using a Great Ball than it is a Pokeball. So that also kind of tells you. Alright, it's probably one of the most useful tips for leveling and getting XP. I'm currently level 18 right now, 8,000 XP out of 2,500, and I have 70 currency, but hit Team Mystic all the way. So pretty much a really good tip is to save your lucky eggs whenever you get them. I'm pretty sure you can only get them through leveling up or purchasing, and so right now I have 1 lucky egg, which I'm saving. I have 4 incense, which I'm also saving, and 2 lure modules. I'm pretty much saving all those supplies that you get from leveling up. Pretty much just been stockpiling my currency, and I used my defend bonus not too long ago to get an extra currency. So yeah, I haven't actually purchased anything yet from the shop. So essentially what you want to do, I can't really demonstrate this right now because I'm currently in my room, but so pretty much you want to go to any Pokestop, and then preferably I would probably go to one where there's multiple Pokestops in like a same area where you can just sit down and get all of them, or maybe there's already a lure module on it, so you don't have to use your own. But essentially you pop the lucky egg, you pop an incense, you either freeload off another lure module or you use one, and then you evolve all your Pokemon. So right now I have all that supplies. Let's go ahead and go into my Pokemon. I actually have some lucky finds. I got the Lapras from a 10km egg. I got the Electabuzz from catching in the wild, and the Snorlax from catching in the wild, and then Pinsir and everything else. This was also from 10k lucky egg, the Jinx. So essentially, let's go ahead and just go to names, because this is how I like to sort right now, as of now, to see what I can evolve, because they're all alphabetical order. Usually I'll transfer out the doubles, also have Dratini, and so let's just click this Diglett for example. 33 out of 50. Okay, that was a bad example. Alright, yeah, let's look at all these EVs. 422 is my highest one, and if you look, I have 80 EV candy. I can evolve a lot of EVs, get those evolutions. I'll also kind of go into how to get specific EV evolutions, but essentially I have a lot of evolutions just waiting. You see this 600 Growlithe? 92 Growlithe candy out of 50. I could almost evolve 2 Growlithes, and I mean that'd actually be pretty cool. I'd have 599 and a 500 something to evolve, and all these Pidgeys. I saved all these Pidgeys. I have 157 Pidgey candy. I haven't evolved any of them. I evolved some before, which is why I have Pidgeotos and a Pidgeot. I think I caught this in the wild, but so essentially, I'm saving all my evolutions until I can make it to a Pokestop to, use the combo with the Lucky Egg and gain all that XP. I think I'll be at least level 20 by the end of all the evolutions, or maybe even more. Who knows? So another really good tip. I'm gonna go ahead and go back into my Pokemon. Go to we'll sort by CP power. So let's just go ahead and go to Snorlax. It doesn't really matter which Pokemon I select right now, but this guy, just to mention really quick, he is OP. Okay, he's got 172 HP, and I mean he's got a 15 basic attack and a 70 special attack, which is really nice, Hyper Beam. But that's not the main point. Right here, as you guys can see, Stardust. I have a lot of Stardust. I have 91,000 Stardust. Right, and right here it'll take 1900 to power him up. I'm actually thinking of powering him up, but that's not really that's kind of irrelevant. So pretty much right now the tip is to save all your Stardust. Right, there's really no point in powering up your Pokemon at an early level, because right here, I'm gonna move that out of the way. This bar pretty much signifies how strong the Pokemon is according to your level. So this, it's like almost full. I believe I got this like a level ago at level 17, and the bar was pretty full. But now there's like a good chunk right here. I would say this is about 90% full. And that pretty much signifies that, this is pretty well scaled with your level. Now, if we went to a super weak Pokemon, just scroll kind of all the way to the bottom. Okay, let's just select a Spearow. I need a better example. Okay, this really 14 Drowsy. You see 14 CP, it's all the way at the bottom there because it's not really well scaled. So it wouldn't be smart for me to power this Pokemon up. First off, it uses candies, which you could use to evolve, and it would also waste your Stardust. I might, in the wild, catch a much stronger Drowsy that might, be like 100 CP, 200 CP. I'm not sure how rare Drowsies are, so I don't know what CPs they come in, but pretty much the only one I caught was a 14 CP. So you want to save your Stardust, and when you're in the higher levels, like maybe higher levels like level 20, or you have a very strong Pokemon that's like maxed out for your level and it's rare, like maybe a Snorlax. I was thinking of powering this up because you see I only have 3 Snorlax candy and it takes 2 to power up, and it would cost me 1900 essentially 1900 Stardust. I'll leave a link in the description of a CP power up chart website. It pretty much tells you how much CP each Pokemon gains on average when you power them up using Stardust. So yeah. Alright, I'm sorry if you guys hear the garbage truck running in the background. It's pretty much trash day and the truck is going around picking up all the trash. But pretty much my next tip or trick, I guess, however you want to say. Alright, so I can't level up a Doodoo or Dodo. Doodoo. Okay, it's about to get to my house really close. Alright guys, so I went ahead and sorted it by name, scrolled down to Pidgeys. Alright, we'll just select my top Pidgey, which is the 315. I stopped catching Pidgeys. Alright guys, so now that the garbage truck has passed, I'm also getting a bunch of text notifications, so I have to swipe that up real quick. But essentially, go ahead and look at this Pidgey, and so I have 157 Pidgey candy. So we're gonna go ahead and rename this this Pidgey. Let's just say I'm ready to evolve this Pidgey, right? But I'm saving for the lucky egg trick. And we're not quite at the module, but or at the area to pop the lucky egg and do the combo. So I'm gonna go ahead and rename this A. This was pretty much given to me by a friend. All right, so now we name it A. Now it's named A. I'm only gonna do this to one Pokemon, but essentially when you hit name by AZ, name to A to Z. A is the first letter in the alphabet. I'm sure we all know that. But right there it pops up A. I'm not sure if you guys can see that well, but right there's A, and then it's Abra, blah 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 all the way down. So when you have when you name all the Pokemon you want to evolve A, they literally all show up at the front right here. Then you can just go to each one, boom, and then boom, hit evolve, which I'm not gonna do now because I want to save the XP for when I use the lucky egg trick. So then and then after they evolve, okay, boo doo doo doo, animation, it goes in and evolves into the next evolution. Pretty much the name will still be A, but if you don't want that, you can just tap edit name, if it would work. So well, there we go. Alright, do that, just tap away. Alright, so now it's blank. If you tap out of it, I think it cancels everything, so you kind of want to tap inside this box, like right here, and then just hit OK, and then look, the name is back, Pidgey, default name. So whatever this evolves into, I think it's the Pidgeotto? Yeah, I think Pidgeot is the third evolution. So yeah, so this now it's just Pidgey, basic again, and then yeah. It pretty much just makes evolving and mass evolving a lot easier. Now, another really useful tip that I discovered while I was on my vacation was when I had something selected, let's say I didn't want it selected from here anymore, like right here as you guys can see at the bottom, there's a monkey selected. Well, what you do is you just gotta hold down what you have selected for 3 seconds, 1, 2, 3, and release. And now it's still on. 1, 2, 3. Alright, there we go. And then now it's deselected, as you guys can see. And then you can just go ahead and select something else. I don't want to attract the Zubat anymore. Instead of changing anything, you can just go 1, 2, 3, release, and it deselects. I found that really useful. I don't know, just sometimes I don't want anything tracking. Alright guys, well, Pokemon Go servers are a little bit more stabilized, but in the chance where, well, right now they're doing really well, but in the chance where they're not doing well and you're getting stuck, and you launch the app, right? This is pretty much what would happen. It'll load up, and when it gets to the main loading screen where the Gyarados is like right here, go ahead and wait for that. It'll probably load in though, because right now it's working fine. Alright, so right here, it'll usually get stuck right here at this bar, and then eventually it'll say fail to get player info. If you get that error, then you can go ahead and just, close the app fully like that, swipe up, put this on airplane mode, and then launch the app. Essentially, when you launch the app now, it'll say, it'll load this screen, it'll go to the Gyarados screen, and then it'll say no internet connectivity, and it won't load to that point. It'll load a little bit less. So I'm gonna go in and yeah, it'll load to like right here, which is a little bit less, and we're gonna wait for the no internet connectivity. Right there, and then all you want to do is just boom like this, a sign out button is going to pop up, but don't hit the sign out. You just wait, and it'll usually fully load. This usually helps me when I get a stuck on loading, so usually you guys can try that. Right now I'm not getting stuck on loading, but if it ever happens, go ahead and try that out, and it should work. Alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you guys learned something new, don't forget to hit that like button or drop a comment below. If you have any questions or any other tips and tricks, go ahead and leave that in the comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video.